I'm RamiHelps. I always get heartbroken every single time I go on YouTube and search up project managers, event managers in the day of. And I always see the same thing over and over again is people waking up, brushing their teeth, going to the gym, typing away on the computer, the screen we can't even see, and then them calling it a day. Over and over again. Guys, I'm going to break this cycle and actually give you guys the behind the scenes look of a project, actually an event that I documented, and I got the green light from the client stating that it was okay for me to post this up on YouTube as long as I blurred out a few things and withheld a few pieces of information for privacy reasons. I met those criteria. And guys, like I said, this is the nitty gritty. This is the thing that we all crave. And I'm going to be showing you guys like the behind the scenes of an actual event that I helped host. So it's going to be valuable to you guys, and hopefully this is a piece of content that we can all appreciate. If you guys really like this, please give it a thumbs up. So therefore, it motivates me to continuously put out these types of content. Let's go check out this video in the day of an event manager. Alright world, so I just finished a consultation with the clients. They were mad cool, they were really chill. They allowed me to record the video for my own personal documentation and archive. But when it came to YouTube, guys, they didn't want to be on it. You know what I mean? So I totally respect the privacy 100, 1000%. But nonetheless, guys, this here is the most important piece of paper. You know, this is the conversation that we had. And when I say conversation, this is a back and forth conversation. It's not one-sided. Them telling me what they want for the event. It's me asking questions, getting a better sense of what they want, and being in tune with the clients. So this is very important information. We talked about a whole lot of things. And we addressed the schedule, the budget, the decor, the food, the invite. And we also addressed the risks. One of the first few things that I discussed with the clients was addressing our risks. You know, they were nervous by the question because it was shocking to them. And I'm like, guys, this is the reason why we're addressing this right now, so that we can create a risk management plan. So we reduce the chances of any of these things happening. And starting off with the first one is the most impactful one, being that nobody shows up. That is the worst case scenario. This would break up families, friends, and whatnot. So we wanted to make sure that we stayed on top of this. And the best way to do that was making sure that everybody gets their invites. We remind people every week and on the day of, so that everybody shows up and we get the best amount of turnouts for this kid's birthday party. Another thing that we addressed was the having bad weather. Can't do much there. The venue speakers not working. This is important. A risk management plan for that would be to go there early, test out the speakers, make sure that they work, and to also bring in our own Bluetooth speakers. That is one way to make sure that everything works. Another one would be the cake not being ready. The clients aren't happy with the decor. This is why we create this plan. So that imagine on the day of when you're actually hosting the event, there's no cake. There's no seating. There is no food. You know what I mean? The list can go on and on and on. This is the reason why we address these risks and create ourselves a risk management plan, so that we can mitigate any of these issues ever coming up. Let's go ahead and check out the scheduling portion of the project. Alright guys, so here is the schedule breakdown of this birthday party. Alright, I would like to say this one thing, guys. As the event manager, you do not need to be an expert on everything, and that this is not a one-man show. One of the most important thing here, guys, is to be resourceful, and to be resourceful. Like I said, you do not need to be an expert in this industry, in whatever event that you're hosting. You do not need to know off top all the tasks that need to be done. But like I said, you need to be resourceful by talking to other people, having a great sense of communication, of knowing the work that needs to be done, who's held accountable, the specific timeline that they set up. And one more thing to know, guys, in this day and age, guys, you have so many tools available to you, a lot of free tools. And one of the most important one, guys, that I've come across is ChatGPT. It's free, and you can ask it specific questions and it'll give you specific results. You could be talking about as an event manager, what are some of the tasks that I should be addressing for this 1-year-old's birthday party? And it gives you a whole list of things. And this day and age, anybody could really become an event manager, but it requires them to have certain traits, such as being an excellent communicator, a great planner, and somebody who just stays on top of everything, making sure that the project, the event, runs as smoothly as possible. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Okay, so the way I've done this, guys, is by giving myself a 1,000-foot overview of all the work that needs to be done. I broke it down into phases, starting off with the initiation, the planning, the execution, the day of the event, and lastly, host after the event. So let's go ahead and do a quick dive into each and every one. So the initiation really starts with the consultation. This is us getting a one-on-one with the clients, making sure that we're in tune with what their vision is, the schedule, the budget, and so forth. And addressing the success criteria, creating a project charter. This is me being extra, guys, but because I'm going to be documenting this event and I'm going to be putting it in my portfolio so that it gives me future reference to when I'm looking for freelance positions, trying to get back into the job force, or when I'm creating content like this, that it is of value. The planning portion is important. The more time, guys, that you spend on the planning portion and on the initiation, the smoother your project will go. You could ask any project manager, event manager, the more time you spend here, the smoother your project will be, because you thought of everything up front and you spend more time up front. And in terms of planning, we talk about all the actionable tasks: planning the food and drink, the schedule order, selecting the venue, creating a list of guests, and everything that you see in between. If you like, guys, you guys could pause the video and look at certain things that might interest you. And I would like to note that I didn't put everything on this list because of privacy reasons. As you guys could see, I had the name blocked out, of course, once again for privacy. But nonetheless, guys, this is pretty much all the things that you need to really address. In terms of the execution, you got to send out the invites, create the music playlist, select the cake design when you send it out to the bakery, invitation reminders, constant communication with everyone. Once again, guys, I'm going to stress on the importance of being an excellent communicator. You are the glue that's holding this whole event together. So if you have poor communication, the whole event's going to turn into a disaster. So staying on top of the communication, all the moving people, the tasks, making sure that everybody gets everything done, and the project is running smoothly, so that, like I said, when it comes to the event time to host the event, it's going to be a success, not a failure. So it really is up to you. You are the one that holds this whole event together. And if you're a terrible communicator, this event's going to become a disaster. So be very mindful of that. So in terms of the event, the day of the event, I would like to say that we have access to the event room from 3 to 8. And, we have access to the venue from 10 o'clock in the morning. So this gives us enough time to decorate the layout, get the approval for the decor, bringing in the food, making sure that the tables and chairs are set up, testing the audio and whatnot. So this is important. This is going to allow us to have a successful event when it's time to host this event. And like I said, when it comes to hosting the event, we want to make sure that we reach our success criteria. Everybody shows up. All the members, all the guests have a wonderful time that is catered to both the adults and children. And everybody leaves with a big smile on their face. And a lot of people turn out according to the client's desires. And lastly, for this event was to take photos. Once again, this is for a 1-year-old's birthday party. Photos are important because they are memories, things that they could look back on 10, 20, 30 years from now. And it's important that we have lots of photos so that they become memories. Lastly is after the event, you got to thank the guest, do a bit of cleanup, send photos to the guests. As you guys can see the timeline here, it's all important. All right, guys, here is the expense breakdown. I would like to start off by saying when you're dealing with other people's money, the clearer you are in your documentation and transparency, like when people are able to look at this document It doesn't take much to process this information because it is so clear and easy to understand. And they'd be like, I'm dealing with a professional. In my case, the way that I've organized everything was by categorizing it based on category, subcategory, cost, quantity, total cost, and having little side notes here. So in terms of the category, we broke it down to 4 really, from the venue, event decor and staging, food, and miscellaneous. And I've written side notes, so let's get into it. So in terms of venue, we were very fortunate to have known somebody that lived in a nice condo that was generous enough to book us their event room. The event room met all our criteria. It was huge. It was a nice atmosphere. It could accommodate up to 100 plus people. It had a huge terrace, attaching rooms that had like the game rooms and all that stuff. It was the perfect environment for this birthday party. It met all our criteria. And we were very fortunate to have paid nothing because venues cost a lot of money, FYI. And we were able to save a lot of upfront costs on it. Event decor and staging cost us $400. So we found this decor company on social media. Food was the most expensive category. We spent $202 on a cake, $40 on cupcake. It's a lot of money if you ask me. And we ordered them from the same place, from Michelle's Cake and Dessert. Guys, when you have little side notes here and you really like a place, you can always reference back to them because you had clarity on where you bought these items from. And when you really like a place, you can do more business with them. You can go back to them and, just build a better relationship with them at the end of the day. So we went to a pizzeria, got the pizza wings and pizza, chicken platter, and all of this stuff. Food was really good. And we got pack of sodas and water. Pack of sodas and everything we got from Costco. Guys, transparency here is key because when people look at this, especially the clients, they know where their money is being spent. Sometimes they like where their money is being spent, but they know where it's being spent. And it gives them absolute transparency and they like you and they be like, you know what? I like this individual. I want to do business with them again. So we touched up on the venue all the way to the food. And the last category was the miscellaneous. It dealt with like paper plates, spoons and forks. It gave you a clear breakdown of how the money was spent. And we all got this from Costco and the dollar store. And the total cost, guys, was $1,046.33. This is real money. This came out of the client's pockets. We did go to all of these places. We ordered from Michelle's Cake. All of this stuff is real. This is a 100% real document. This was a real event. And I feel like I addressed the risks from the beginning, so no need to go into there anymore. So now let's go ahead and show you guys the outcome of this event.